right. All right. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. All right. Before we get started, I want to make sure everything is running smoothly. Do a quick sound check. Okay. Oh, damn. The brother's already on it. Shabbat shalom, brother. Y'all about Shemel Shana, bro. What? Man, brother already did it for me. All lame like y'all about Shemel Shana. All right. So Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Yashar Allah, Shabbat Shalom. All right, before we get started, we're going to give the must do all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wakachaha, Kodash, Shabbat Shemana. All right, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone that grew well and teach well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad, you sincere Aki and Wa'akwav that'll tune in afterwards. All right, I will represent the lesson edifying and encouraging unto you. All right, so this lesson is coming to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashmel, supposed to edify the flock. All right, so really quickly, you see right there in the title, a time like never before, but history merely repeats itself. All right, so I got this article. The link is in the description, by the way. So if you want to go take a look at it, go ahead and be my guest. It behooves you to take heed to that article, look into it. All right, but I'm gonna read it right here. Okay. It says, "Don't be fooled." All right, Trump's presidential run is gaining more and more momentum! Exclamation point. So this goes to show you, man. Look, the reincarnation of Nero is about to be in office again. All right, and he's gonna bring forth all these, these calamitous events, man. He's gonna bring forth back the guillotines, man. All right, the firing squads, the hangings, the public executions, the whipping, floggings, whatever it may be, torturing. All right, he's bringing this back. All right, the old or the ways of old are being made new in this modern day and age. All right, and it's gonna be through him. All right. So the title speaks loud for itself. In other words, Trump is soon to be in office again. So there's really no need to truly read anything in here. But if you do want to read, you can go read it for yourself. Go read what's going on in here. All right. But in other words, he is saying that the outcome is actually looking good for him. He is up, if I'm not mistaken, 58% on the election polls right now. So he is above all these people that are running for president. Even he's above what's his name, DeSantis. So look, like he said in what was it, that public speaking thing that he did, man. He said that literally when he's in office, he already knew, man. These things are already preordained. These things are predestined to happen, right? These high banking families, these elites, they just put in puppets in line to run America again. All right, but right, in other words, look, he's saying since he already knows he's going to be in office, he's telling you, right? He publicly said this, that when he's in office, right, Donald Trump, when he's in office, he is going to bring back the guillotines, the firing squads, right, the hangings, the public executions, all right, the torturing, and all the above, man. All the torturing methods of the ways of old is being brought back in a new modern day and age type of way, all right, in a new modern day form, all right. So it's not going to be a typical old, slice your head off type of shit. Nah, it'll give you a concept, all right, that the guillotine is going to be something that grabs your head and rips it off, all right. Now, I'm not saying I know what it looks like. Obviously, we don't, but you have to understand it's called a smart guillotine. So they already have these things put into place. Well, they don't even have to be there to fucking chop your head off. When if you say no to the MOTB, which is the mark of the beast, which is that subdermal implantable microchip that you can read about in the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verses 14 on down. All right, go read it for yourself. All right. So without further ado, we're gonna dive right into the scriptures. All right, because technically this is pertaining to how this is a time that is never gonna be a time like never before in the persecution of us servants of prophets, man. All right, real straight, direct, quick and short to the point. I'm about to edify. All right, so we're gonna start off with the book. Let's see. Yeah, the brother already know the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. We already know. All right, so let's get it. It says, "This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come." All right, perilous, troublesome, gruesome, hard to bear times. All right. And what President or Donald Trump was saying, that's going to be some times that people are not going to be able to bear, man. Right? They're going to be in so much fear that they're going to see people getting publicly executed that they're just going to submit, because that fear narrative is being brought forth into the world because of Trump. All right? By the hangings, the guillotines, all these things that are going to be made manifest or made publicly to watch, to instill more fear. All right? A lot of people are not going to be able to bear that shit, right? A lot of people are not going to be able to bear these gruesome acts that are going to be publicly aired, right? So let's get the book of Matthew, all right? The book of Matthew, chapter 24, all right, in verse 21, all right? It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world, to this time, to this modern day and age, right? No, nor ever shall be." All right, so let's go into those words real quick. All right, great and tribulation. All right, so define great. Right, bear with me. All right, great goes into of an extent, amount, or intensity considerably above the normal or average, man. All right. Serious. These are the similar terms, right? Extensive, all right? Huge, immense, massive, So let's get tribulation. All right, so tribulation goes into a cause of great trouble or suffering. All right, a cause of great trouble or suffering, right? Similar terms goes into worry, affliction, hardship, all right, suffering. All right, so literally we are coming into a time of great suffering, all right, of an amount that is above the normal, man, above the normal. So above the normal times of suffering, man, all right, a time like never before and never ever shall be, man. All right, because that's just the beginning of it. All right, you're gonna also see things out here that are predestined to come into fruition in the Bible. For example, such things as new created creatures, man. All right, teeth of wild beast, strange apparitions, monstrous apparitions. All right, the things that happened in the days of old are going to truly manifest themselves in this modern day and age, but on a much greater scale, man. We need to understand that these things were written before time for our learning, so we can understand that history merely repeats itself and is going to happen and be made manifest in this modern day and age in our lifetimes. All right. So for all you that believe, oh, this is not going to happen in my lifetime, you're in for a rude awakening, all right? Because it's going to happen. We're in the latter days, all right? If you didn't know. All right, so let's get the book of Matthew, right? Pertaining to the persecution, right? Let's get the book of Matthew. All right, so like I passed it. The book of Matthew, chapter 5, verses 10 through 12. All right. Oh, what I'll be all right. It reads, "Blessed are they as in who, man? Us servants, the prophets, man. All right. Starting with our elders and apostles, a great millstone, all the way down to us at the lowest level. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake." All right. Because what we're doing right now, pushing the word, preaching out there on the highways and hedges, right? Using this body as a living sacrifice, right? It is a righteous thing unto the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, all right? But it is wicked unto Esau, Edom, so-called white man, right? It says, "Blessed are they that are which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are ye," right? You servants, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, right? "When men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake." That's the type of time that we're coming into, all right? If you haven't noticed, we are on the verge of the famine of the word being made manifest in this modern day and age, man. All right, the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is not going to be found anymore, man. We're not going to be out there on the highways and hedges, right, being able to push this word, because it's going to be illegal soon. All right, they're slowly but surely pulling the Bible away from these schools, right? They're slowly but surely pulling these street preachers off the roads in these other countries, all right, pushing the word of the Most High, or Jesus, how they call him over there, right? But we know his true name, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, right? it's slowly but surely going to be made manifest here in America, man. Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. So literally, let's get this word real quick. Revile. All right. This is what they're going to do to us servants, the prophets. All right. They're going to revile us. Right? Revile, which goes into criticize, right? Criticize in a abusive or angrily insulting manner. All right. So similar terms: criticize, censure, which censure goes into express severe disapproval of someone or something. All right. Esau, even the so-called white man, is going to truly censure or have a severe disapproval of the things that we're doing, right? Pushing out the word on the highways and hedges, ultimately spiritually condemning this wicked ass kingdom that Esau, even the so-called white man, runs, all right, which is contrary to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Bible, right? The law, statutes, and teachings of the Most High Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right? This place is ass backwards, man, and it needs to be destroyed. And we are bringing forth the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, because his word is faithful and true, and it condemns this place. It condemns this place, and this place is going to be destroyed soon. All right, Salakia, hold on real quick. All right, Salakia. People, you know how this shit is. All right. So literally, as I was saying, right, before I was rudely interrupted, right, Esau, even the so-called white man, is going to have a very highly, disapprove of the things we're doing, because we're spiritually bringing this wicked ass kingdom, Babylon the Great, aka America, down spiritually, and he can't control that. He doesn't know how to fight spirituality. He doesn't know how to fight spiritually because he is not a spiritual man. All right. So he's going to fully fledged bring out his sword, right, which is his blessing in the near future, right, to persecute us servants, the prophets. And he's going to what? Revile us by means of what? Criticizing in an abusive or angrily insulting manner. All right. And it says, persecute you and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. So they're going to say everything against us falsely. They're going to falsely accuse us in an angrily insulting manner. All right. Shalom to the brother. Shabbat shalom. Yahweh Shem Shabbat. All right. So at the end of the day, you need to understand this is the type of time that you have to be prepared for. Speaking for myself first and foremost, man. All right. They're going to say all types of manner of evil against us falsely. They're going to say things like we're terrorists. They're going to say things like extremists, rapists, whatever it may be, man. All right. Words that are going to get the minds of the masses of the people to look at us differently in a way that they're going to also be a part of or be partakers of that persecution as well, because they're going to have bounties for our heads. All right. There's going to be a price for certain brothers, starting with our elders and apostles, a great millstone, all the way down to us at the lowest level. All right. We're going to say this brother at this camp, blah, 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 this much, for this brother, this and that and the other, if you see him, whatever it may be, dead or alive, whatever it may be, it could be a certain price, all right? You know how Jake Love, falling for that shit, chasing the bag, chasing everything that they can to receive something, man, all right? So at the end of the day, we have to be prepared for this, man, right? Because all manner of evil is going to be made against us falsely, all right? Continuing on, it says, rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven, all right? For so persecuted they, right? This is the part that you truly need to take heed to, all right? For so persecuted they, the prophets which were before you, right? Which were before us, which is what our forefathers, man. Like I said in the title, a time like never before, but history merely repeats itself, man. All right, we're coming into a time where it was like this in the ancient days, in the past, how they persecuted our forefathers, right? Which in the reincarnation, we are our forefathers, right? So since we're pushing out the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua in this modern day and age, right? Like the scripture says, the spirit of the prophets is subject to the prophets, man. All right. We didn't just wake up one day and just want to go do this. Oh yeah, I just want to go push the word of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. No, man, look, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua has awakened us, all right? And we through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, not of our own accord, through faith, we believe that we are the prophets because we have been brought forth into this, man. All right, not of our own accord. All right. So when we're pushing out this word, you have to understand the reason behind it. Yahweh Shem Shai brought us forth because we did this in the past, right? So since we did this in the past, we also are going to be persecuted like we were persecuted in the past, right? History merely repeats itself. It's just going to be a lot more exceedingly great in this modern day and age. It's going to be different because Esau, Edom, the so-called white man's technological advancements, right, have exceedingly progressed over time, man. So it's not just the modern day, or it's not just the sword now, all right? Now the sword comes in many fashions, right? The modern day gun, missiles, drones, fucking AI, robot satellites, robot dogs, whatever it may be, man. Even shit that we don't even know about right now, that we haven't seen yet. But we know through the spirit that Esau, even the so-called white man, got some shit that is laying dormant. That's laying dormant and just waiting to be released, man, in these latter days to come against who? Us servants, the prophets, man. All right? So be ready, be prepared. Speaking for myself first and foremost, all right? We got to be prepared, man. We coming into a time like never before, man. All right? So let's keep it moving. Let's get the book of Matthew. I don't know why I passed that. Salakia, chapter 10. All right. The book of Matthew, chapter 10, verses 16 to 22. All right. It says, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves, man. All right. We are literally sheep in the midst of wolves, man. Even 2/3 of our nation are fucking wolves because they are likened unto enemies against us as well. Because they do not have Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai supping with them. And they are in ties or in cahoots with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because they love this fucking wicked ass society. They don't want this shit to fall, man. All right. So look, behold, I send you forth in the midst of Salakia. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. All right. So we got to be harmless as doves out here, man. We can't be carnal because we're not carnal men, right? The weapons of our warfare are not carnal, right? So we can't be like these niggas in the world because we're not. All right. We're spiritual men. All right. It says, beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils, and they will scourge you or scourge you in their synagogues, right? And scourge goes into punish or to torment, all right? So we're going to be tormented and beaten in these synagogues of Satan, man, all right? It says, and ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles, all right? So literally at the end of the day, they're going to have us, locked up, chained up, whatever it may be, in these synagogues of Satan, coming up to these damn, elite high-banking families, man. Right, these governors, these rulers, these kings that are of the world right now, right? The ones that are ruling the world right now, which is you so-called white people, you fucking Edomites, man. All right, we're gonna be brought forth to you, right? Y'all gonna beat us and scourge us and do all this crazy shit to us, right? It says, but when they deliver you up, take no thought, right? Take no thought how or what ye shall speak, right? So we're not supposed to think about nothing to say. Well, I'm gonna say this precept and then this precept and this precept, we're not supposed to premeditate these things, all right? It says, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father, Yahweh, man, all right? Yahweh speak, which speaketh in you. Listen, Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai is going to give us the utterance of what to say in that very hour, man, all right? We don't have to premeditate nothing. All right, literally, we got to let Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai deal with everything, man. Let him deal with it. Whatever he wants to bring forth out of our mouth, out of us being the vessel for him to bring forth, to speak, to bring forth that utterance, and let it be done, all right? It says, and the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father and child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. All right, so there's going to be a lot of betrayal in these latter days, all right? You servants of the prophets, right? Us servants of the prophets. I wouldn't doubt that a lot of our family members are going to be sold out and give us up, man. Just be prepared for that. At the end of the day, it's going to happen for you sincere believers as well. Hey, look, don't be surprised if your family gives you up, Don't be surprised because, look, we are in that time where, look, the love of many is waxing colder and colder and colder, man, all right? It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. For whose name's sake? Yahweh B'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, for which the world cannot receive, man. All right? It says, but he that endureth to the end, the same, right, shall be saved. All right? So Abarat is at the end of the day, that we endure all these trials and afflictions in these latter days when we get taken up to these councils or these synagogues of Satan, right, and beaten, scourged, whatever it may be, falsely accused of certain things, looking like making us look like extremists, grapists, all this shit, right? At the end of the day, it says that he that endureth to the end, the same shall be saved. All right, we got to endure these things. All right, we got to have the spirit of patience and endurance to endure all these trials and afflictions of these latter days, because this is just the beginning, right? And it's going to get exceedingly worse in the near future for us, man. Us sincere servants of prophets and you sincere believers out there. All right. So let's get the book of First Peter. All right. Shalom to the brother. Shalom to all you brothers on the comment board. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barak. Bear with me, I'm trying to grab it. Okay, right here. Boom. What I'll be held by Shem Yahshua. This is the book of First Peter, chapter 3, verse 14 and 17. All right. It says, but and if ye, right, you, but if in but and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. All right. And it says, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. All right. So it says, happy are ye if we suffer for righteousness' sake, right? And what is considered to be righteous in the sight of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua? What we doing, man? Pushing out this word. All right, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. All right. Oh shit, Slakia. All right. So at the end of the day, this is what's righteous unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Right, pushing out this word in truth and sincerity. But Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, looks at it as a wicked ass act. All right. But the scriptures do say, woe to them that call evil good and good evil. All right. So look, we're gonna be brought into these damn camps or whatever it may be. If it's our lot to be taken. All right, we're gonna be taken. But that's for righteousness' sake, right? And we're gonna be happy about it at the end of the day. Right? But it also says what? To be not afraid of their terror, right? Did it not say in the previous scripture that I brought forth that they're gonna scourge us, they're gonna beat us? In other words, punish us, right? Torment us. In other words, right? We're not supposed to be afraid of that, all right? Or neither be troubled, all right? Verse 17 it says, for it is better if the will of the Most High Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua be so, that if you suffer, right, us servants, the prophets, and you sincere believers, if you suffer for well-doing than evil-doing. So it's better to suffer, doing the will of the Most High, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua, than being a fucking wicked-ass two-third and then being persecuted for it, man. All right? For example, us pushing out the word on the highways and hedges, that's going to be illegal soon. Pushing out the word on the World Wide Web, on the internet, is going to be illegal soon. Having a Bible is probably going to be illegal soon. All right? And they're going to take us, and we're going to be persecuted for that. All right? But we rather be persecuted for righteousness' sake, right? Us pushing out the word in truth and sincerity, fear and trembling, than to be a nigga in the world, like going through somebody's house, kicking in the door, killing somebody, whatever it may be, and being persecuted for that wicked ass act. All right. It's better for us to be persecuted for righteousness' sake than to be a wicked ass two-third, right? For evil doing. All right. So look, this is another scripture real quick. Actually, let me grab the book of Revelation real quick. All right. So we're going to grab the book of Revelation, chapter 2. Verse 10, all right? And then we're going to get into I'll just read them. I'm going to let the word Yahweh Shem Yahshua speak, all right? This is the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10, all right? It says, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil, right? Esau, the so-called white man, shall cast some of you into prison, all right? That ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days, right? This is not talking about in totality 10 days and then that's it, bye. No, this is a complete amount of number of days, all right? We don't know how long it's going to be, but through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we understand that it's going to be a period of time that we're going to be tried for what? For our faith. Our faith is going to be tried on a whole nother level in these latter days, man, right? Reading on, it says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee the crown of life. All right, so we're supposed to be faithful unto death, right? Because when we go into these camps, they're gonna either say, look, you're gonna take this microchip, and conform to society, go to these, how do they call them, internment camps, where they're gonna recorrect your mind and all this crap, right? It's either we say yes to that or die. Well, look, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, we're gonna stand firmly, boldly for the name of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. We're not gonna say none of that shit. We're not taking none of that shit. We're not taking the microchip. We're not going to be conformed to this world, man. All right, we're not conforming to none of this shit. All right, we don't want to be a part of your society no more. We want to be separated. All right, because we are a set apart people, right? But at the end of the day, they're going to scourge us, whip us, beat us, right? But this is what Yahweh Shem Yahshua says, man. Right? So let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 10. All right, chapter 10 and verse 28. But I'm also reading Luke as well. Right? So this is the book of Matthew, chapter 10, verse 28. It says, fear not, which is like, if fear not them which kill the body, that are able to kill us, right, in the flesh, but are not able to kill the soul, right? Your spirit that dwelleth within you, man. All of us have spirits within us, man. All right, our soul, right? Our the seat of the spirit is within the mind, right? Our hearts, our love, right? So Esau, Edom can't kill that, all right? It says, but rather fear him, fear who? Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell, man. Right? So Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai is the one we are truly supposed to fear. We're not supposed to fear man, right? We're not supposed to fear anything in this world, in the flesh, in the carnal sense. Right? We're supposed to fear the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, because he can relinquish you from existence as if you were never even created, man. Right? Your fucking physical body and your spirit. You will never see the light of day again, man. Right? That's what we're supposed to fear, because he has the power and the capabilities to do that. All right? So look, let's get the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 3, if I'm not mistaken. I got it right here. I don't know why I just did it. It's verse 4. All right. So the book of Luke, chapter 12, verse 4. All right. It says, and I say unto you, my friends, right? Which friends goes into brethren, right? Be not afraid of them that kill the body and after that have no more that they can do. Yeah, you could kill me. Okay, cool. You know, at the end of the day, I brought this out that our spirits are hardened, that to the point where whatever it may be, that they're going to just chop our heads off, firing squad, hangings, whatever it may be that they're going to do to us to kill us, whatever method, right? I brought this out that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai just, pulls the spirit out of the body, and we already dead before they even try to do anything, right? We already died before, we already got our spirit pulled from the body, so we don't have to deal with that pain, right? Or, right, speaking as a man, it can happen this way, but we could get raised up with that spiritual power, right? As the Bible says, for they that wait upon the Lord, right? They shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles, renew their strength, meaning, to be changed, man. Change, renew, to modify, alter, right? We could be strengthened right then and there at the last second, like the scripture says, at that last end, thou shalt be increased. You never know, man. Speaking as a man, it can happen that way, right? They're about to chop your head off and boom, you break free from, your restraints, whatever it may be, destroy whoever is in there and liberate the ones that are a part of the 1/3 remnant of men, women, and children. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to have mercy upon, and then boom, be liberated from that damn FEMA camp all through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai by bestowing you the power of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Man, it could be that way. All right. These are all things that we truly look forward to, man. And we hope and pray and desire it beyond anything, man. All right. We desire that spiritual power, but we also desire this persecution, which is to suffer for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man, because there's nothing greater in this world to have happen to you but to suffer for the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. So that's all the scriptures that I had to bring forth. Akim, all right. I brought this out that this lesson was edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. Closing out, giving them much due, all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect scattered abroad. All right. For you, sincere Akim Wa'afa that tuned in and that shall tune in afterwards, I brought this out that this lesson was edifying and exhorting unto you. All right. You already know what closing out with. ETA, all right, Abad Babal soon. All right, ETA, Abad Babal soon, right? Death to America, right? Salakia, all right, Abad Babal destroy confusion, all right? Because Babylon the Great, aka America, is a confused ass place and is going to be utterly destroyed via the thermonuclear missiles that all these other nations that bendeth the boat, right? These ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles, that is going to burn and melt the foundation of Babylon the Great, aka America, in the near future. All right. So with that being said, we're going to shut it down. All right. Shabbat Shalom. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai Barakatah.